Special jobs for special people with public dollars. It is not just what KPRC2 Investigates has recently exposed in the city's Department of Public Works. In fact, over the last 5 years, we have exposed the same kind of behavior in the Houston airport system. One common theme we have seen: questionable, high-paying salaried positions funded with your public dollars. This is all about who you know at the top when it comes to being hired. And one man who knows this well is KPRC2 Investigates Mario Diaz. He has been the one exposing a lot of this after city leadership doesn't want to answer his questions. Take a look.
Roger Haybear, do you know who he is?
Yes, I do.
He is who?
He is a worker at on the program.
He's also the son-in-law of Andy.
He is.
More on Roger Haybear in a moment, but once again, KPRC2 Investigates is exposing special people landing special jobs, with high-ranking city officials using public dollars to make it all happen.
I cannot talk to you.
Remember Marisela Cruzman? She was more than a special friend to Airport Director Mario Diaz.
I was close to Marisela, and I gave her that job because I think she could do the best job, and I was right.
And you were in a relationship with her at the time.
And I was right. Yes, I was in a relationship.
We revealed Diaz using his job back in 2014 to help Cruzman secure the job of Director of the Houston Airport's System Harmony in the Air program. Cruzman even kept the newly created gig after it was discovered she misled the city with false credentials while applying for the job Diaz signed off on.
I didn't create the job for her. I
signed off on it.
I created the position for the program. And I asked myself who is best suited for that position. She was.
And although his girlfriend landed a nice new career in the airport system he runs with public dollars, Diaz to this day asks,
so tell me how I'm being benefited.
Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mayor, you have no idea who Marvin Agumagu is?
I have no idea.
And who can forget about the airport's $95,000 a year intern, Marvin Agumagu? Mayor Sylvester Turner denied knowing him, even though he signed off on the creation of Agumagu's nearly $100,000 a year internship, with Agumagu telling Diaz whether or not he wanted to stay on after a year. The lucrative position all started with Diaz receiving an email from his supervisor, Andy Icken, asking, "Could you develop a position?"
I did not create a job on the orders of anybody. Never has the mayor or Andy ever asked me to do anything.
Could you develop a position, is what they said.
Yes.
Which brings us to the latest chapter we uncovered: Icken's personal interests in our city's airport system. It involves someone very special, his son-in-law, Roger Haybear, a senior manager working for a contractor involved with the Houston Spaceport and the redevelopment of the international terminal at Bush Intercontinental Airport, the latter having seen massive delays and cost overruns.
Roger Haybear, do you know who he is?
Yes, I do.
He is who?
He is a worker at on the program.
He's also the son-in-law of Andy.
He is.
A son-in-law with a very powerful father-in-law. You see, Icken is the city's chief development officer, who just happens to oversee Director Diaz and billions in construction dollars tied to the airport system and its outside contractors. We emailed Icken multiple times about his son-in-law's employment. He didn't want to answer our specific questions until he had no option.
Hey, Andy, how you doing? Mario Diaz with Channel 2. Mario, I got to ask you, Roger Haybear, your son-in-law, how long has he been working at the airport?
I don't know. You have to talk to his employer about that.
But he's your son-in-law, Andy. You don't know when your son-in-law started at the airport?
He's changed jobs. I don't know how it's happened.
3 days after his interview, Icken admitted his son-in-law landed at the airport in 2017. His employer is Parsons, the same company that in the year prior, Icken signed off on a $22 million deal. Since then, KPRC2 Investigates has identified tens of millions in construction contracts involving Parsons, with Icken's personal seal of approval.
What do you tell Houstonians about all of these special individuals getting all of these jobs at the airport, whether it be Marisela Cruzman, whether it be Marvin Agumagu, whose job you helped create with the mayor, to your son-in-law?
Mario, he earned whatever he earned. He applied for a posting position, and then he ended up with a different employer than the city.
There's not going to be the conflicts of interest that we're witnessing.
Mayor-elect John Whitmire already is weighing into what KPRC2 Investigates uncovered and what he plans to do.
That won't be allowed in my administration. It ought to end. It should have never started, and it won't happen with me. I'm not about that.
City Hall insiders say they expect Mayor-elect John Whitmire to request the resignations of all current City of Houston directors the moment he takes office. A number of them will be allowed to reapply, with a handful possibly holding on to their jobs. Now, we plan on watching the developments with Ikin and Diaz closely, considering what Whitmire told us, to see if the mayor-elect stays true to his word. Mario Diaz, KPRC2 Investigates.